Hi there, Aquarius. Healing Grasshopper here to do your weekly reading for October 17th to the 24th. I hope all of you are well. I don't know if that's ours. We'll see. Is this ours? Is this our first card? Reversed? It is reversed. Okay. So, Aquarius, what's going on here? There's something that you're apathetic about. That spirit is trying to get your attention, and you're like, eh. And here you are, Two of Swords, um, which is like indecision. Queen of Wands. So this is spirit automatically like trumping your thoughts here. Like, what are you talking about? You're the Queen of Wands. You could deal with this and adjust that attitude, type of thing. Um, Queen of Wands. See, right? You have apathy over here, which really points to some sort of being jaded or like overstimulated by something. This is like being sick and tired, you know? Like you're fed up, you've been through enough, and there's something up that comes along. And in this case, this is something that spirit is presenting to you that you are not recognizing as an opportunity because you're just up to your eyeballs. All right. And this is somewhat up to your eyeballs too. Like you're not allowing yourself to see a decision that has to be made. Queen of Wands is kind of a countering energy. Queen of Wands is the opposite of all of this. She is decisive. She is optimistic. She is never overstimulated. You know, she can face adversity with doesn't mean that the Queen of Wands is always happy and enthusiastic about everything, but she makes it a point to not be pessimistic about things. The hard things, yes, she deals with, but, she can look forward to, dealing with it, getting through it, and getting on to the next thing if it's something unpleasant. She deals with adversity in a healthy way. Whoops. Reversed? No. Okay. So now we have the Eight of Cups, which is, I like this. I like it a lot. Under the Four of Cups, because this is like, the Four of Cups is very much being immersed in adversity. It's like wallowing in the mud, wallowing in sewage. You know, it stinks. You're fed up with it. You don't, you know, it has you in a foul mood. I don't need to paint the picture anymore. It's not fun to be in that kind of situation, but this is like, okay, this isn't working for me. There's something missing in my life. I'm going to go find what's missing. This is not serving me, this situation, right? Which is very much something that the Queen of Wands would say to herself if she's in an adverse situation. Reversed? No. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've still got the same energy of this is like, don't ignore it, just deal with it and get through it. Because the longer you ignore it, the more it's just going to be there. It's not going to go away, right? So just deal with it and get past it. Need three more. We'll see if this is reversed in a moment. Three more, please. One more, please. So, Page of Swords. Thank you, guys. Reversed? No, not reversed. Not reversed. Okay. The Page of Swords. This is very much like the Capricorn reading, where it's like you will figure it out, right? You've got a little diagonal here to the Two of Swords. It's like you feel indecisive, you don't know what to do. Page of Swords is if you allow yourself to open your mind and heart to the situation, then the solution will come instead of being closed minded. That's such a simple way of describing this card. I don't think I've ever designated that description to it. Closed-minded is Two of Swords. Maybe I have, but it feels fresh and new to me in this moment. Page of Swords is like wide open mind. Um, Three of Swords. Three of Wands here is waiting optimistically for a result after action. You've made your choice of action. You have put it into play, and now you're waiting to see what happens. You can designate it. You can say that this card is neutral, but it really isn't. It really does imply a good outcome. This is, the waiting for my ships to roll in card, right? This is being confident in your choice, is what I'm trying to say. Um, you see how this is progressing? Because here you have apathy and closed mindedness and not so sure about oneself to, optimism and determination and faith in one's own actions. So there's a turnaround here. If you've got Capricorn in your chart, you might want to go have a look at Capricorn as well. Capricorn has a similar message. The Four of Swords is stay calm. It's like those signs in England, keep calm card. Um, Also, be patient, right? Because it's after the Three of Wands. There's an element of waiting here. So this is like, be patient, keep calm. Don't rush things. The star is the potential for things to end up well. This is kind of like wishing on a star, your desires, but desires fulfilled. Um, then we've got the Nine of Wands, which is, look, not really surprised to see this here. This is, after after you have gotten up from, your perch under the tree here and you've decided to do something about what's happening, there's a feeling like, oh, is this really going to work? There's Here's confidence in your actions, here's doubt in your actions, right? And this obviously is coming from the amount of time that it's taking to get the results. So what this is saying is that in this week you are not going to get the results. That much I can tell you. It's not going to be like whatever arises in this week, you rise to the challenge and it's resolved in, you know, a half hour like a TV show. It's not like that, resolved in a week. Um, you're going to need to do your best to adjust your attitude and your outlook. And by attitude, it sounds very like challenging and accusatory. Excuse me if that's the way I sound, but it is important because it does show here, kind of not approaching it in the right mood, right? This is like sick and tired, fed up, right? That's not going to work with trying to resolve an issue. You've got to approach resolving an issue with, optimism and faith in oneself. And you see what I'm saying? So and there's an emphasis from spirit that this is not going to come to you easily or naturally. There's going to be kind of an effort that you need to make to adjust this. It's not going to happen on its own, right? So there's got to be some sort of speaking to yourself like, I've got this, I've got to deal with this, we'll get through this, being supportive of oneself and remembering that you're not alone. And that's what I was telling Capricorn too. Because Capricorn's dealing with a lot in this week, and Capricorn's very much like fudge, you know? But it's like, no, you can't look at it this way. This is life. Life happens, you can deal with it, right? So, anyway, let's say all this to say, coming back to my point here, is that you will be waiting for a result this week. Um, don't expect to get a result right away. This is going to be many weeks out, or maybe even months for you to um, get your results. But you need to keep your optimism about it, especially because Spirit is saying it's going to turn out well. And by the way, it may require some type of maintenance too, beyond this week, because this week is the start of it, right? But this is also saying don't let your attitude sour again. because you're going to need to maintain this optimism to maintain the energy of whatever it is that you're putting out. The world. Okay. Wow, this is very similar to Capricorn. Capricorn didn't get the world, but I was telling Capricorn that they were going through a karmic issue that was teaching them something. The world is saying the same thing for you. The world is saying that you're going through some kind of a portal. And portal doesn't always need to be like, oh, you're switching to a grand new paradigm where you're going to see Mandela effects and all, like it's not going to be, not every world is like a big event wormhole type thing. It can also just mean something that contributes to your in a positive way to your life moving forward, right? Karmic lesson. A karmic lesson is a situation that the universe puts us through to teach us something. So this is more than just getting through it. It's also learning about oneself along the way. Part of what you're learning here, Aquarius, is that you are not alone. And that is something Aquarians especially fight with because you guys are very, you're the eccentrics, and that can be a very lonely position at times where you see things very clearly one way to be met with blank stares from everyone else. Like, what the hell is Aquarius on? What are they talking about? Oftentimes that makes you feel lonely. Five of Pentacles. Um, and I've always said that in my own life, being alone does not make me feel lonely. But oftentimes, other people, I can be in a crowd and feel lonely. Like other people can make me feel lonely. And this is that kind of situation where you are not on the same wavelength as other people as you are going through what you're going through, and it just makes you feel worse. And by the way, this Five of Pentacles, and sitting where it is too, is very much pointing to these two cards here because it is attached to the Two of Swords. This may be why you feel this way. Why you're apathetic, you're sick and tired, because you're so tired of, you know, going against the grain. You feel like you're moving, swimming against the tide all the time. You're going one way, the crowd is going the other way, and it's exhausting. But that's where the Queen of Wands comes in. The Queen of Wands is not concerned about the tide. She has her built-in strength, and she believes in her own convictions. And that's what you need to do, Aquarius. That's what you're born to do. You are not born to fit in. You know this, right? You're born to be different. You're born to think differently. And that's what makes you who you are and makes you really amazing. You think of the things that not everyone else thinks of. So be proud of that. Don't beat yourself up about it. And don't ask yourself, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. There's everything right with you. That's who you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be marching with the crowd. Ace of Swords. You've got intellect here. This is ideas. But this is also like believe in your own ideas because they're not just your ideas, they're coming from spirit as well. Those kooky ideas that come to you are coming from spirit. They're downloads. Mm. Okay. So 10 of Wands is like your burden to carry. That's what you feel like, especially under the Five of Pentacles. It's like you feel at times that it's too much. It's not. Oh, and look, you've got the Two of Pentacles here in the center. This is very much the card in my readings. Uh, God never puts anything in front of you that you can't handle. You can handle it just fine. No matter how crazy or turbulent things seem, you can handle it. You just need to believe in yourself. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. I don't think it matters. I don't think that's ours. Let's see. Is this ours? Yeah, I didn't think so. Is this ours? This is ours as well. This is reversed. Okay, very nice. Okay. Five of Wands is just saying, again, this is just reinforcing the fact that you are, your thoughts are almost never in line with other people's thoughts, and that's okay. The Five of Wands is often called the conflict card. But if you look closely at this card, nobody is really mad at each other. They look almost happy and upbeat. They're playing. They are sparring, right? It's like, so the messages to you is that it's okay to be in opposition of others. You need to stand your ground. That doesn't mean that you have to disregard other people or step on other people, but you don't have to agree with everyone else either. It's all right to be unique. It's all right to be Aquarius. The sun. What's that guy's name? Something McFadden. Don't worry, be happy. It's a song from the 80s or the early 90s. I think it's the 80s. Um, don't worry, be happy. This is like keep calm and stay optimistic because things are working in your favor. You're fine, Aquarius. And let's not forget the world here, too. What this is an Aquarian karmic lesson. Every sign is put on this planet to go through life in a certain way under a certain influence. You are under the Aquarian influence. Um, we won't go into planets and, Saturn and I think you're Saturn and Neptune. I know you're Saturn, but you're on this earth to have an Aquarian experience, is what this world is saying. This reading is very Aquarian, right? So just remember that. And what is the primary role of an Aquarian? To be original, to be eccentric, right? So that's what you are really going to exercise in this week. Marching to your own drummer with confidence and celebrating that. And as you celebrate it, your heart and mind are going to expand with ideas and carry you towards this wish fulfillment, whatever it is. It's going to get you closer to this resolving of the task. It's not going to resolve in this week, though, I'm going to remind you. But if you have faith in yourself and work with optimism, you're going to feel yourself propelling yourself forward to where you want to be instead of feeling overwhelmed and discouraged. Okay, Aquarius? I am looking forward to hearing from you. Um, I love comments. They help uplift me. They really help my morale. Um, because it's difficult being a small channel, a small content creator, because the algorithm isn't always so kind to me. Um, so all of that goes away when I get a comment from you guys. It's all worth it. So if there's something on your mind, if you want to ask a question, if you want to tell me how this resonates, how this fits in your life, tell me a story of what's going on in your life, suggestions, whatever it is that you want to talk about, don't hold back because I will be there to answer every single one of you. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe, please, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss upcoming videos. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So every single subscriber counts to me. Even if you think you're subscribed, check for me. Only takes a couple of seconds. Doesn't cost you anything, means the world to me, right? Some of you might find out when you look that you're not subscribed, so go ahead and click. Okay? If you're really inclined to helping this channel, what you can do is go to the playlist. I have many of them. There is an Aquarian playlist and many others to choose from. Um, you can set it on autoplay and have it as background noise as you do your daily tasks, or even as you're winding down in bed at night. Because watch hours are everything to help a channel grow next to subscribes. Um, so I thank you in advance. I'm assuming this is your sun sign that you're watching. What you may not know is that your moon, rising, and north node signs are just as important. If you don't know what those are, you can find out very easily by Googling calculate my blank sign. You'll find many sites that'll do it for you for free. Find out what they are, come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and follow the corresponding videos. Um, Thank you to all my viewers, my English speakers. I thank you very much. My non-English speakers, my Spanish speakers, Portuguese speakers, Filipino and Indian viewers. I see you in my analytics and I really do appreciate you. To my Hindi speaker who asked in the comments to dub my videos, I appreciate the comment and I've added it to my goals. But the thing is that dubbing is very expensive. So what I ask is that you stick with the channel, put up with the subtitles for now, and help support the channel. And as the channel grows, we will get there together when I'm able to afford it. Okay, so I will speak to you soon, Aquarius. Love, light, and many blessings.